here to connect with you. And today we're gonna know more about special sacred energy of us and of life itself. So I cannot wait to hear everything Ieva is prepared for us. So with this event, I'm gonna open the whole grand sexual energy weekend. And today we have special guest Ieva Amala. So hello Ieva once again, and thank you joined us. And our topic today is sacred sexuality and how to awaken our sacred sexuality. And tomorrow we're gonna have another event. And the guest is gonna be a very special one as well. It's Maia Vasala de Florio, and event gonna take place at 7 Central European time. So be sure you don't miss it. You can check our webpage of 21 Days of Conscious Living. Before we start, I would like to invite to connect with ourselves and with each other even more. So let's close our eyes. Let's pay attention to our bodies. Let's feel our bodies. Let's feel our hearts. Let the energy flow. Let's be open to everything that comes. Let's share our love. The love we have, the love we are. Let's slowly come back to our senses. Let's check how our bodies feel. Smile. And slowly open your eyes. So, are you ready?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Davila, for this really short meditation, but it was so profound and I feel so connected with my body. And yeah, hello, everyone. Thank you that you switched on the video so I can see you all. And I see a guy, so I'm so happy because usually I have only women and I'm working only mostly here only with women. Before that, I was like working with men as well. But then I realized that it's for me uh, more a higher excitement to work with women. But I'm very happy that we have here mix. It's really beautiful. And uh, I want to tell about myself. I'm Ieva Amala, as you see on the screen, and I'm coach. I'm working with sexuality, with women's cycle, and helping women to uh, live the life which is the best life can be. And this is so beautiful because it takes all topics: relationship, health, realizations, yeah, self-realizations, what I want to do, what I want to create. And in this spiritual path, more than 10 years, and actually it didn't start from sexuality at all. It started from my dream, which my grandfather, he came to my dream. Back then, I was a party animal, as probably most of us. Yeah, you can just raise your hands. Who did that? No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. So in the same field we were, but it's a beautiful experience. So yeah, I had a lot of parties, alcohol, sometimes drugs, and so on. I was. Really, I felt that I'm losing myself, you know, it's but at the same time I couldn't realize that it's happening for me. And when I had a dream, my grandfather, he came to my room. Back then he's already was dead, and I understood in the dream he's not alive, how he can be here. And I'm asking him, why you came here, what why? And he's like, I came here to take you. And I understood that I don't want to die. I'm telling him, but I don't want to die. And he said, then change your life. And it was such a clear dream, and it wake me up. Like, I didn't change like drastically, but it was the seed in my mind that okay, something I'm doing wrong in this life. And then it's in few months started interesting things. I found my meditation teacher. That was a man, and he was like few years I was going to a deep process with meditations, with the healing. And I had a lot of mystical experience because this man was I don't know, mystical, can I call that like mystical? So, and yeah, but it's everything was more about connection with the source, with the nature as well. But at some point I felt that I don't have a connection with my feminine energy and with my sexuality. And I have, and when I realized, I just immediately decided that I want to have a woman teacher. And in 1 year appears my woman feminine teacher, which she learned me uh, how to embrace myself in feminine energy, and as well how to embrace this masculine energy. It was my like a second huge wave in my spiritual path, because it was everything new to know about my cycle and so on. But she didn't go very deep to the sexuality. And sexuality, all things about sexuality came up a bit later. When I was in Copenhagen Island, if you know, it's in Thailand, and it's Tantra Island, and we had a woman retreat there. And first time I had Yoni massage. Yoni, it's the woman's vagina, womb, vulva. It's our reproduction system. It's in the Sanskrit language, the name of Copenhagen, right? Sacred temple. And it's, for me, when I'm saying yoni, it's not about the organs, right? It's including organs, but it's as well about energy. And for man, it's lingam. Probably all of you knows. If you don't know, so just I will use those names. So in our session today. So yeah, and lingam for man, yeah, for penis, and for this energetic penis, it's lingam. It's so sacred. And when I had the first time in women's circle yoni mapping, I wasn't doing alone, we were doing in the circle. It was so sacred, and the woman who was guiding, it was such a safe and secure place, and so profound. And first time I felt what is the heart orgasm. And from that time, I decided it was like obsession about sexuality. I want to know everything about that. And my daily practices really shifted from practices which I was doing before to experience my sexual energy through the pleasure, through the feminine energy. So yeah, it's a long way. It's, for me, this path about sexuality, it's not such a long, it's few years only, but I love about that. And when Dovile, she reached me, she's like, Ieva, please, can you do the session about forest meditation? Because I am doing a lot of other things without sexuality and forest meditation in Lithuania. I'm from Lithuania, but I live in Latvia. When I'm coming to Lithuania, I'm always doing forest meditation. I feel very connected with the nature. And I'm, telling Dovile, yeah, I love nature, I love forests, but my highest excitement, it's not here, the sexuality and about this part. Of course, I'm always sharing from my experience. So I will share more about my experience, like female, right? I can't say how the man experiencing their sexuality, right? But I still will share some exercises. I would like, after this session, you are taking really profound tools which you can use and work with yourself, with your partner. So it's very, very important. Yeah. So, okay, I see there is Latvian people. Yeah, my husband, he's Latvian, so that's why I'm living in Latvia. So I'm so excited to be here. Okay, I would like to open my notes. I have some things what I don't want to skip. Wait a minute. Okay, so today what I want to talk about, awaken your sexuality. So it's sexuality, it's a very important part of sexual healing. Probably heard about that and how we can go deeper to this, yeah, and the wound and honoring these places, right? And sexuality, misunderstood concept. It's in our days it's so demonized. I remember it's I'm from Lithuania. This country is most those who believes in church, right? And it's all the time was saying sex is the sin. So it's starting from the beginning. We have those programs which is layer by layer. It was from our childhood, was in our lives, right? It's kind of like yeah, it is like this. We didn't think no, it shouldn't be like, no, it's not sin. If they are saying to us, yeah, it's the sin, so we are accepting, right? Because we are small, we don't know how to compare. And at this moment, we need to unlearn what we learned back then. So, yeah, and sexuality is the source of creation. This is, when I'm now like talking with myself, without sex, nobody will be here, right? It's the nature. Everything works about that, yeah. And usually you can hear sexual energy is creation, creative energy. It's the same. If we are talking about sexuality, we are talking about creativity. It's equal. And you can recognize, right, people who embody their sexual energy, women or men, it doesn't matter, they are alive, they are creative, they are magnetic. Women, they are very juicy, and you can recognize, right, how people are, they are awaken their sexual energy or not. Yeah, how they are moving body. You can see how people dancing, and you can tell, okay, I see, right? And yeah, but the sex, when we are realizing this sacred energy, sex becomes so pure, because sexual energy is so pure, innocent. It's so beautiful, and we just need to see that in a healthy way. What we need to do, this is the main thing, right? And what we are doing, we are learning from the beginning. And sex is the path of enlightenment. We were like, when I start my spiritual path, like at the beginning, it was more, I was reading Vasishta. Probably you heard about this book. It's amazing, profound, it's beautiful, but it wasn't anything about sexuality, right? About sex. It was stories about realization, but not from the body, not from the sexual energy. And for me, it was quite new. And I realized when I start to go deeper that we can experience enlightenment during the sex. When we are having orgasm, that moment we all enlightened. This is the bliss. But we only, it's for short, yeah. If we would continue and we can prolong, we are practicing, we can prolong this. Not maybe in such a high, like a peak, but it can be like this beautiful flow. And I had this experience with my beloved partner, with my husband. So, and it was unexpected. You can these things to set up goal. Yeah, now I want to experience that. It doesn't work like this, because here it's very important component is surrender. And you need to accept that, accepting everything what is happening at this moment, and surrender, to open your heart. And when I had this experience, for me it was like I'm having conversation with God. Making love with God, and this is so sacred. It's not just have fuck. Sorry, I'm saying that, but it's so different. And nobody taught us at schools, right? First time I heard about that a few years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. So it's very important. And yeah, sex from the beginning was wrong. Yeah, and when we are starting to honor ourselves, our body, our sexuality, it's changed. We are shifting totally to our totally different energy, totally to a different vibration. And it's very related with one thing, with our worthiness. And it's all body image issues, especially what women have, and a man as well. Men as well having body image issues, right? It's related exactly when this sexual energy is blocked. And if we want to heal that, so we need to work on the sexual energy. And this is a huge problem in our world, you know. So yeah, and when we are starting to work with our sexuality, we understand and we feel our worthiness. This is huge thing. And I'm getting always questions. Okay, I want to unblock my sexual energy. From what I should start, what meditation I should do. Yes, meditations, a lot of practices helps really to get those insights. But the most important part is reflect with yourself and ask these questions. And first of all, questions could be like this, I have written here. How do you feel about sex now? What was your first sexual experience? Masturbation, self-touch, yeah, and it's very common for kids to explore how it works, really, everything, right? We were playing doctors. Oh, show me what you have. I will show you what I have, right? But we were immediately ashamed of that, and that's why how we are creating those programs immediately, and beliefs on top. So, and the question, what did you learn about sex? What beliefs do you have about sex? And if you are writing down and reflecting with yourself, you can find those beliefs, which is in our subconsciousness. In the surface, we can't find, but we need those questions to experience. And according Dr. Joe Dispenza, when we see belief, right, it's okay, it's the sin to have sex, like, yeah, because it's all my life everyone said that. But when I had now this life and experience, I know this is no make sense, right? And when I understand this is no make sense, this belief doesn't exist in my subconsciousness. It's not serving to me anymore. So that's why I'm telling that it's so important to work on our belief system. It's very important. And it's kind of questions. And during the practice, it's something can come up, right? Like a boom, some situation, some story, take it, work with that. And you can really unblock those beliefs. And what I really love to work with women and men as well, they can take it as well, the same tip, because when I realized I got this information, like when I was learning about Yoni anatomy, it appears one information that our throat and our Yoni is connected. And if you Google it, Yoni and throat, they look quite similar. And I found why. Because when we are embryon, right, like this, yeah, in our mom's womb, and we are growing, this part is our Yoni, this part is our throat. And we are growing. That's why it's connected. And you can see from the pictures, they are quite similar. So it's so connected. And if we see from the history, right, because throat is to express your truth. Throat is the creativity, to express creativity. And as I said, creativity and sexuality is the same. So it's so related. And what I'm saying, if you want to work on your sexual energy, you should stand for your truth, right? And it's huge power. And it's not so easy to do, right? To stand for your truth. At this moment in the world, actually, I see a lot of people standing for their truth, but they go into this fight, right? Energy. It's not the best way to open sexuality, but just to know in your circle, for example, with your partner, can you be totally naked? Can you share, express what is your needs, right? It's not so easy, I know, because for me, I'm still sometimes working on that. honestly, it's for me, it's the hardest part to share, because when I'm working with my shadows, when I was working with my mentors, I'm going through the deep process, and my biggest wound is to be rejected, not accepted. And for me to share how I feel in not such a comfortable way with the person, and I know it's he can reject me. So for me, it becomes such a strong, powerful practice. And this is exactly the practice of sharing. It's called sharing practice. Um, Once per week to do with a partner, it's amazing practice. But the honor each other with the total respect, without any complainings, right? Because in relationships we like, starting, it's you like this and that, and they feel like this. No, really, we need to learn how to express our truth. It's not easy, but with the practice we can go deeper and deeper. Yeah, and this is so amazing and profound experience. If you are single, yeah, I don't have a partner, so how I can share, not like with myself. It's easy. I can do that. Yeah, in the shower I'm like I can share with myself. No, then you can go in the circles. It's amazing experience. If you have a partner, you still can share really those things which you afraid to share, to say to others, right? Which is like a very deep, and maybe you feel shamed, and you feel that you would be judged. That's the way what you need to tell, because that's how you opening this energy. That's how you unblocking this sexual energy, telling your own truth, sharing those vulnerable things about yourself. So, and and one, the strongest part, if you would feel, for example, I said those questions, what was your experience about sex and about sexual experience and so on, and those things, maybe you can share in some online video, right? To write the post. Can you imagine? It's wow, it works so strong. And when we are doing women's circles, it's so powerful, because usually it's not the practice is the powerful part of women's circles, for men as well, but the sharing, to express what I feel, where is my struggle, and to feel safe. It's very important to create this safe space for, if it's partners, so for partners, for each other. You can do before cacao ceremony. It works so amazing. I love cacao. Before I hated because the taste was so yucky, but now I felt how it works. It's really opening heart, and sometimes we need to prepare. And if you like this idea for sharing, for partnership, relationship, it's so amazing. But for you, it's so uncomfortable, then you can close your eyes and talk, just being yourself, because you are doing this for yourself. Right. So it's amazing and very beautiful experience. Yeah, to say your own true is standing into your power. So yeah, doing that. The key for the new earth is to create. And you feel that we are shifting to the new earth, right? The system is collapsing. And what is the next step in society? So to express sexual energy in the healthy way. And that's why I decided to talk that. It's for me, it wasn't so easy to talk about these things, right? It's very intimate, and it's not easy to express. And usually I'm sharing my experience. Yeah, it's opening my throat chakra as well, and my creativity. The biggest gift what I got from work with sexual energy is creativity. I'm always having such a beautiful, amazing ideas. Only I don't have a time to realize them and to launch everything. But it's so amazing to be, because then we see creation within us and outside. When we see the nature, we see everywhere this beautiful energy, and it helps really. And it helps. Yeah, next thing, it's very important thing. It's about emotions and feelings. This is a big topic, and this most important part of sexual healing, because we learn not to feel, especially men. Yeah, don't cry, be a good boy, big boy, and so on. And girls, be a good girl, right? And it's like hard to feel, to express those emotions, because it's okay to feel. It doesn't matter, sadness, happiness, whatever. And the biggest thing what is blocking sexual energy is those suppressed emotions. And for women, especially, all emotions, all traumas going to our yoni, our womb. And we have a lot of issues here because we were learned to have flat belly. We all the time having tension in our lower belly. But now, woman, you can just try very consciously relax your lower belly. There is all this energy. Yeah, it's so important to work with our body. And all these practices, embodiment practices, is so important for sexuality as well. This shadow work with emotions, I'm using a tool which called, maybe Sedona method, emotion release. So if you don't know, please write down and Google it. There is books, and it's beautiful, very easy to use those tools. Why? Because where is the biggest issue of emotions, when, for example, I feel sadness and I don't want to feel sadness, right? What I'm doing, I'm running away. And when I'm running away from the sadness, I'm creating resistance. I don't want to feel. And this resistance, it is the painful part. And this is paradox. How we need to work with emotion to feel 100% fully. No fight with this emotion, because it's no chance to win. It's not possible. Surrender to that. And when I was doing it recently, this tattoo, which I really love, I have a huge process. And to make tattoo, it's here on heart chakra. It's in this place. It's very painful. It's so painful. I have more tattoos in my body, but this one, it was crazy painful. And then for me, it was initiation. I got information how to work with that, yeah? Because this pain came from resistance. What happened? My body contract, yeah? And when we are in tension, the physical pain, emotional pain is stronger. So what I did, I relaxed my body. And we can do with emotions as well if we have some deep process with emotions and we don't know how to deal. First of all, relax your body. Then second, your breath. Breathe slowly. This is so simple. I'm not saying anything new, but sometimes, we are realizing those simple practices, they're most effective. And long exhale. And with each exhale, you are relaxing more and more your body. And the third step, to be and stay present in this moment. This is so important. What happened? I did that, and my physical pain decreased about 60%. And in this 1 hour, a bit more, I had maybe 4 or 5 times moment when the feeling was I'm out of the body. I don't feel this pain because I totally surrender and I relax. So, what we have to do with emotions, because we have a life, right? We have a lot of issues in relationship, work, and so on and so on. We can't, sit only in this Zen state, right? So, we need to be to have those tools to use, and it's so important to use tools when we are talking about emotions. If we don't know how to work with emotions, so it's not possible to feel the flow of sexual energy. It's just not possible. Because when the sexual energy flows, what happens? The heart is opening. And that's why we can experience this heart orgasm. And it's so beautiful. This is total connection with the God. And I said that and I feel already this energy is so really powerful. So please notice that emotions and sexual suppressed emotions, it's works like a blocks for sexual energy. Yeah. Okay. If you have a questions, please write in the chat box. I will answer after, but let me check one thing what I want to tell you. Yeah, about shadow work. Probably you heard about that shadow work. It's very important to go really deep. It's our traumas and wound from childhood, right? And it's not comfortable, sometimes very painful to go there. But I want to invite you all to do that. Why? It's not enough to sit and meditate, definitely. We all need to go back to our roots. 5 years I was meditating. I had this connection with God. I was so enlightenment. Really, I felt like this. But then the life showed me, no, you need to go back to the ground, because I was in the 10th floor, but the first floor, it was so messy, so many trash. And the smell went, already to the 10th floor. So I decided, okay, I need to start from the beginning, my relation with my parents, my ancestors, to heal those things. And then how I started to work with shadows, with my subconsciousness, my wound and my traumas. As I told you, my wound is fear to be rejected, because I was rejected by my parents. My parents divorced when I was a little girl, and my mom, she left. She went to other city to study, and when I was a child, I lived with my grandparents. And can you imagine? I was very loved, and I have beautiful childhood, and I was really I lived in an amazing home. But in my subconsciousness, I felt that I'm not good enough because my parents, they don't want me. Can you imagine? And from this, when I realized, I find out that I could start to heal my wound. And this is so profound. And we all have traumas. We all have wound. And this is not our fault, but our responsibility to heal that, right? It doesn't matter you want to experience sexual energy or no, but everyone who is in the spiritual path, this is our responsibility to heal. Yeah. And talking about women, the cervix, cervix, yeah, it's the place where is our shadow. So a woman, I'm really inviting you to search about Yoni damaring. You can find Yoni massage, Yoni mapping. I already told that I had this experience. I'm practicing this as well. So you can practice with the finger, but sometimes I can't reach my cervix. And I'm doing with the wand. If you want, you can write me, you can connect with me. If you need more information, I can just send you the links where you can get it. But usually I'm using for the healing obsidian, like a crystal. Why it's so profound and so powerful practice for women, Yoni damaring, because with uh, okay, I will explain with the fingers how I'm doing. I'm entering, but it's very sacred practice, which needs a lot of gentleness and to be very, very soft for yourself. And when you're entering with the fingers to your vagina and mapping, from my first experience, one of the part of my vagina was numb, and for me it was huge shock. I didn't know, and the cervix was so painful. So there is a lot of traumas and programs we are keeping in our vagina, in our cervix, and it's very related what orgasm and how we are experiencing sex, right, with our partners. So when I started to practice, my life really changed. I could say like this, and I'm really inviting women to try this practice. It's amazing, and it's not about this practice to have a sexual experience like an orgasm pleasure. For me, at the beginning, it was very, in some spots, very painful because there was some traumas, and not only mine. I felt I had experience when my ancestors, my great mother was raped. Can you imagine? Because we are holding in our DNA all information. So it's what happened when you are de-armoring your yoni, you are releasing those energies. And that's how our yoni becoming sensitive. That's why we can have totally different sex experience and pleasure with ourselves and with our partners. So it's very, very important. And I love this practice. One more thing as well, what I want to say, it's when I was talking about stay with your true, it's for women and for man, it's very important. Sacred, yes, and sacred, no. And especially, I don't know, it's maybe around the world, but I notice Lithuanians and Latvians women, they are always like very humble. Yes, I'm ready, everything fine. How do you want? It will be like this. How do you want? But please, woman, when your partners, doctors want to enter to you, yeah, for checkup or for having sex, you should say yes or no. Only when you're allowing to enter. That's the right and rule from now, because I created a lot of traumatic energies in my yoni, not because I didn't have in this life any abused or rape experience, but I had those experience. For example, I'm not in the mood, but partner wants sex. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, because I love him and this is kind of okay. But this is not okay for my yoni. We should listen our bodies. And that's why it's so important as well. Meditation practices for women, dancing, yeah, all embodiment practices to feel, to talk with our womb. What we can do, okay, if for you it's still very huge thing to do yoni mapping because it's very powerful practice, and if we have huge traumatic experiences, it could be very, very traumatic as well experience this yoni damaring, right? So you can just start daily. Put your hands on your womb, on your belly, and just massage, just talk, dance with that. And then after, write down, intuitive writing, yeah, journaling. It's beautiful. You can connect with your womb and hear what she wants to tell you, what your yoni wants to tell you, and for guys as well, what my lingam wants to tell me. Yeah, it's how I can empower myself. Yeah. One practice which I love as well, it's so intimate, it's so uncomfortable if you didn't do that. You know, probably this eyes gazing. Yeah, this is for couples, this practice as well. You can do if you are single with a mirror. So it's not eyes gazing, it's easy, but this is yoni gazing and lingam gazing. So 15 minutes, man open his legs and letting woman to eyes gazing to your lingam and then to change. It's, I can't express what is in the words, what is happening. It's really big process. It's not comfortable at the beginning, but then you are surrendering to this uncomfortable feeling, and then the relationship is shifting totally in a beautiful way, right? And yeah, you know, sexual energy and sexuality, our chakra is the second chakra, yeah. And here is the word and keyword, just remember, is pleasure. So how you can bring pleasure in your life, because this is the key for sexuality as well. For me, I was like thinking, okay, pleasure is kind of massage, yeah, those things where I really can relax. Of course, sex as well, especially sacred sex and things like that. But then I decided, but no, I can experience pleasure in every moment. For example, when I'm eating, I'm not just eating, but I'm having sex with the food. And it works so amazingly, like really, this sensual eating. Or when I'm washing my hair, I'm not like doing like this, but I'm washing with a pleasure, with sensitivity. And when we are bringing this energy to our life, this pleasure, we're as well unlocking sexual energy. And then when we are meeting our friends, you are not just like grabbing, yeah, and hugging, but you are like taking with full of love, with all the sexual energy. And it's so beautiful. So I love to be, it's of course a woman, a special woman, when we have a cycle, yeah, and we have 4 phases, so we feel things differently during the months, but it's still, you can always connect with your pleasures. Men's as well, they want pleasure and they're getting from women, but as well you can enjoy and have a pleasure every moment in your life. So yeah, so yeah, I wrote for women, the last thing, it's breast massage. This is such a beautiful practice, and it's really opening heart. So yeah, I told you a lot of tools today. Please use at least one. Please reflect with yourself, write down, and try maybe to touch yourself. I'm not talking about your own lingam, but just, you know, touch your hands, yeah, smell it. Ah, express your voice. Start to chant, sing. It's as well helping to open up, yeah, for this throat chakra, which I was talking how it's related with sexual energy. So, and it's so beautiful how is everything related. And yeah, I love it. I really deeply, I love it. Oh my God. Yeah, this was Blu-ray. I saw as well. I was talking. Yeah, I didn't check your chat box. Now I'm checking. Yeah, so sometimes, you know, I'm working with masters as well, and I'm asking there to join lives and as well, and sometimes they are showing like this. So yeah, if you have questions, please write down, and I will read your messages here. Beautiful. Thank you, Mario, for your comment about the two. Yeah.
It is just amazing. Yeah, I know you came in. It's like you know, and it's actually, you know, it's funny, no, because there's always a face, but sometimes a tattoo has that capacity of bringing to a certain intimacy before the face and the body does it, no? So I was connecting to you straight away to that amazing tattoo as you come in on the screen. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. I have actually a really huge process, you know, because there is snake, and which is as well very related with sexual energy, you know, and hummingbirds and moon and sun. It's so a lot. And this is initiation for a priestess. I had this experience, so it was so amazing. And yeah, I feel that I shifted to new reality. Yeah.
Were you connected with this Avalon priestess of Glastonbury or a different?
No, it was just a process. For the priestess, I feel connection with Maria Magdalena, and yeah, and I have really connection with United Kingdom, this land. And next year, I'm already planning retreat in Glastonbury, so I feel invitation to go to this land. Quite long. It was planned before COVID started, and then I lost my tickets and everything. But anyway, it's I feel connection with this land.
That's amazing, Eva, because tomorrow, Maya, a dear friend, she's priestess from the goddess community of Glastonbury.
Wow.
So the goddess temple. So I don't know if at any stage you like to get any contacts in Glastonbury.
I would love. This is amazing. Yeah. Wow.
And they do,
How it's related. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. And they always do the divine circles of the year as well. And there's like a lot of people every time joining also online. So yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. There is question that I found numbness in my vagina, and how did I heal that? It's usually, it comes when I feel numbness or pain, because every time it works so differently, and it's not like you know, I'm doing this once. Yeah, it's practice which I'm already doing. It's okay, it's not every day, definitely, but I'm doing at least once per week. I'm not doing when I'm bleeding, but it's usually coming up with some story. If there is no story, there is emotion. As I told you, I'm using Sadhana method. So I'm surrendering to this emotion, and I'm pressing to this numbness or pain. I'm pressing with my fingers. So I'm using one. So I'm pressing and holding, and then I'm breathing deeply for a while, for a minute, 2 minutes, and then releasing, taking away a finger, a wand, and then I'm totally staying present in that feeling, what I feel. And usually what I feel, released, yeah, relief, relief. And that's how I'm healing this part. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, Mario asking, why do you believe there is normally more women than men in this type of events? Why do you believe several spiritual practices works work far more with higher chakras and avoiding sex as practice? Thank you. This is such a beautiful question. So first question, it's not true anymore. At the beginning, in our country, in Lithuania, in Latvia, I can't say because I don't know exactly, but in Lithuania was women's circles, because women, they are more open, and we are like, we want to talk, we want to share, it's by our nature, right? But what I see around the world, this brotherhood is rising. It's wow. It's so beautiful. If you want to see, please follow Preston Smile on Instagram. He's doing huge events for men and how they're working. And this, I really love to see the brotherhood awakening. And this is amazing. And now in my environment, our friends and so on, all men, they have their own circles. So it's maybe 10 years ago, it was more that woman works, but now I feel that men, they are standing for their own truth, or they want to feel empowered, and this is very natural. Our vibration, our earth vibration is raising, and it's happening by itself. And the second question, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, maybe it's my belief, but I had this experience because around me and in Lithuania, it was like this. For the body, it was only yoga. We didn't have any embodiment practices. Nobody was talking about that. And now, why is this sexuality? It's kind of called revolution of sexuality around the world, because people, they saw that it's not enough to live like, balanced life only with this open chakras. No, we need to go back to our roots, to those, first, second, third chakras, yeah, to heal these parts. Because even those spiritual people, they saw, like me, I can be like, so open, but in my daily life, I'm failing. I have issues like I didn't have, but like I had the issues with the relationship or money issues and so on, because it's so related with sexual energy as well. This is kind of big topic about money and sexual energy. I didn't touch because it's huge, but it's related so much. If you have money issues, you definitely have sexual issues. This is so related. And what is happening when I'm coaching women one-on-one session, when we are working with the sexual energy, it's like a result, like side effect. This abundance codes is just, really works amazingly. So, yeah. Mario writing, by the way, guys, I want to create a man's circle. This is amazing. Really do it. It's so profound. It's so beautiful. And wow. Yeah. It's amazing. It's very needed. Thank you so much. I hope so you like it. You got some new information. Maybe you will use something in your daily life. At least when you are eating, please eat sensually. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's croissant or very healthy something. It doesn't matter. It's really, yeah. So love your body. Stay connected. It's so important to listen to your body, and the body is so intelligent and wise, and you can, as I said, you can ask the question, what my body wants to tell me, and then listen, because this is the key to open your sexual energy. Maybe you feel pain, maybe you feel heaviness, emotional heaviness. That's the way how you can start to work with that. And this is so beautiful, right? Yeah, if you don't have Yeah, body never lies, right? This is true. This is true. Don't ignore body. So if you don't have any questions, so maybe Davila, you would like to say something. And yeah, it was so pleasure. It's actually this 1 hour, like you know, like a five minutes, 5 seconds, because I could talk about that like without stopping. But yeah, it was such a pleasure and honor to be in your circle. I really feel charged with the Blu-ray and with your energy. So thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you so much. It was really such a honor to have you here, and it was so amazing. It was so special. I cannot describe in words. My screen was a bit dark, so maybe you didn't see, but I was crying. So it touched me so deeply. So, and I guess it's not me. It's not only me who experienced that. So I don't know. Maybe someone wants to say something.
You know, Davila, you said I was crying. I noticed at one moment, and this is how you remembered to heal, and your body, like this knowing. It's, oh my God, I know everything, because we know everything. I didn't say anything. No, our body knows. And when you are realizing this, you know, tears already starting to heal. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Yeah.
So thank you once again for everyone.
One more thing, if you would like, of course, I'm in social networks, I'm creating content only Lithuanian, but in Latvia, I saw some guys in Latvia, and I don't know, maybe there is some woman who lives in Latvia. So I'm doing here women's circles for Latvians women, but in English. And as well, we still can connect on Instagram, Ieva Amala, and okay, it's Lithuanian, but still we can chat, for example, with Mario, and to connect. It will be so amazing, really. If you feel with your heart that you want to continue our friendship, so please please find me in social networks. Yeah, and Mario, thank you so much. I would love to connect with you, and yeah, let's keep in touch.
Yeah, let's be in this love forever.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. It was amazing.
Thank you. This was amazing. One big love.
Thank you.
So we can say goodbye. Yeah.
Bye.
So we wish you an amazing evening and amazing weekend, and let's join together tomorrow. Yeah. So bye everyone. Mwah.